So we're going to get started. Today, I am honored to have Douglas with me today. Douglas Cullen, inspired by Mexico.
Mhm,
Him and Andres started this Substack some years back, and Andres and his family live in Spain. Douglas now lives in Texas, but lived for years
mhm,
in Mexico. So I'm
mhm.
going to let him introduce himself, say a little about himself, and Douglas will do another little reintro later as more people join, so that
Okay.
do that again.
All
But
right.
yeah.
Yeah, okay. Well, I'm Douglas. I guess how I got into this, I was in Mexico for 25 years, and I've lived probably really well, I guess, kind of long term in Monterrey, Puerto Vallarta, and San Miguel de Allende. My very first experience in Mexico for 6 months was in Durango, a small kind of I was a town in the mountains, due just inland from Mazatlan, if you're familiar with the Pacific coast. And so I guess I'm a teacher by trade. Half the time that when I was in Mexico, I was a teacher, and the other half of the time, I had coffee shops and cafes. And so I guess kind of what I'm interested in, I like food, culture, and education. So I guess, and so about it's actually going on 10 years now. Our Substack, Andres and I started the Mexican Food Journal, the Mexican food blog, and that's got to be a good almost 10 years ago now, 10 years ago, in San Miguel de Allende. And our kids were in the same school, and so that's how we met, and we started working on this. And about a year ago, we got into we decided let's do the Substack and kind of take what we're doing, take it a slightly different direction, open it up to more than just food. So that's where the Inspired by Mexico came from. And I guess that's my super simple
Yeah.
background. I think where I'm good, like in the kitchen and cooking, I think I'm pretty good at translating. Like when I moved to Mexico, I didn't eat Mexican food at all. Even though I grew up in Southern California, there was nothing spicy in my house. It was, we didn't eat spice, period.
Uh,
And when I first arrived in Durango, and I remember the first morning I was there, they took us out for breakfast, and I got huevos rancheros, and they were pretty spicy. And I thought, I'll never make it here. I can't.
oh,
I can't. I don't know what I'm going to do. And so, it took a while for me to develop more of a taste. And over time, obviously, I learned to love Mexican food. And so, I do think I'm kind of good at translating Mexican food and Mexican cooking for someone like me who didn't have a lot of experience. And that's kind of my thing. And so, we're going to be making a salpicón de res, which is basically it's a shredded beef salad, kind of Mexican style with a little bit of spice in it. Pretty simple. And so,
well,
if you do you want to get us started with the cocktail?
I am going to. And at first, I want to say hey to Miss Betty Williams. Betty is in the house. So
Hello, hello.
we are going to do a little. I will tell y'all, I wrote the recipe for the drink, and I'm sharing this because there's only 6 people on here. I I just made the recipe and I had not tasted it. I I just said, "I know this will be pretty good." And then because I didn't have the hibiscus flowers, I had to order them. So,
Mhm.
I am making this for the first time with y'all, and you get to taste it with me. So, it just bear with me. I'm gonna flip this around and get us going. So, Andres, tell us what it was like to own a coffee shop in Mexico.
So, Andres, I think, had a coffee shop in San Francisco, actually, and I had the ones in Mexico.
Right. Yeah, that's what I'm
And
saying.
so,
Tell us what was that like?
me. So, yeah, it was great. I mean, I loved it. And, in Puerto Vallarta and San Miguel de Allende, those are amazing places to be. And so, and
So
mostly,
what kind of pastry or food did you offer in there?
Food, like on the San Miguel side, when we did food, we did breakfast, lunch. Yeah, pretty typical, Mexican breakfast, Mexican lunch. Little bit, maybe a bit of American influence in there, but mainly kind of Mexican classics. And the coffee shops in Puerto Vallarta were coffee sandwiches, a little bit of pastries in
Yeah.
those, and pretty simple, really. Um, And, so I can't say I don't have a fine dining experience, but, pretty I think I'm good with the Mexican basics.
Yeah, no, I mean, I looked at some of your recipes, they're amazing. So I see Rebecca has joined. Hey, Rebecca. So I am shaking up this 1 ounce of Cointreau, 1 ounce of vodka, 1 ounce of hibiscus simple syrup, and 1 ounce of lemon juice. We're gonna shake, shake, shake this, and y'all know how this works. Shake, 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 shake. Okay, let me just do my little sugar rim here. Got a little chilled glass, and just gonna do my little lemon around there. Y'all know how I love a sugar rim. All right. And then give them an extra little shake. And Rebecca, you didn't hear, but I haven't tasted this yet. I made it up in my mind. And so we're all going to taste it together. Bear with me. I meant to have a little hibiscus flower in there and I didn't take them out. So, all right. So, that
Okay.
looks delicious. I love hibiscus. Ah, yeah, I saw your hibiscus. I want to say margarita and maybe what's the other one you did, Rebecca? I looked up some of your hibiscus recipes just to kind of put all this together and see the flavor profile. Oh, oh my God. So good. I mean, how can you go
Mm,
wrong with Cointreau?
right.
Oh my God, this is so good. So, Douglas, I know you didn't get to make the cocktail tonight, but
No, I'm gonna show you the real cheater drink. So I didn't have any mezcal on me. I do have a little bit of, like, silver tequila. So
uh-huh.
cup of ice. I'd say maybe about a half an ounce or so of tequila. And I already made up some of the hibiscus drink, so I'm gonna do it that way. And I really cheated. I'll show you. I got my little packet of these come from these come from Mexico. Your sort of instant hibiscus mix.
No.
Yes. So your drink is fancy, and my drink is
That's
pretty simple.
that's amazing.
But
That's
but
great.
you can find these probably like in the Mexican section of the grocery stores. These little, and there's all kinds of flavor for the what they call the aguas frescas. So I have just my very basic version.
Yes. Well, cheers.
Cheers. And that even that is good. It
Oh,
so that is what we are drinking.
well,
So
I want to
I
say
think
hello to Kaylee Tilly. Hey, Kaylee, glad you joined us. All right. And so I think
then
now we're going to swap it over to you and let you get started with the salpicon.
okay, so we're gonna do the salpicon, which is just a shredded beef, like it's kind of like a shredded beef salad. And I'm going to bring it down here so you can see
Oh, there we go.
there. How's the camera set there? Is it good?
Yes, that's perfect.
Okay, perfect. All right. So basically, we've got this is kind of all the ingredients laid out that we're going to use. red onion, avocado. We've got Roma tomatoes, some limes, some lettuce, some shredded beef, and some cheese that we're going to put into these salads. So I will. Um, we'll start off here.
Ask you,
Yes.
Douglas, I
Uh
couldn't
huh.
find the type of cheese that you had recommended. Um, I found paneer and queso fresca. I got both of them.
Okay.
One is
Okay. I have queso fresco, which is very similar to like the queso panela. So queso fresco is perfect. So, oh, just everything like this is kind of a mix and match. This is not like set in stone. You must make it this way.
sure.
Mostly everything that I cook is just it's kind of your basic home cooking. There's you adapt it to what you like. You can put a little more of the chili in. You can take it out. You can put you don't like a lot of onion or no onion. Don't put the onion in. It'll be delicious. So it's really so I'm just going to I'm going to take uh, just get that, and so we're gonna just really thinly chop some lettuce.
Now, I chopped some of my stuff, guys, so that I wouldn't be falling behind and not be able to catch up. Hello, Alex, my baby. Okay, y'all, I gotta stop here. My girl is coming home in 1 week. My oldest child, Alex Sharp, who is on here, is has taken a job at our local university and will be home next week. This is one happy mama.
So let's just get a bunch of, again, when you're doing this, you want a little more lettuce, a little less lettuce. Everything is, there's no, I think the recipe called for about a third a head of lettuce. This isn't like a super huge head of lettuce. And so you can kind of, that will,
Okay, avocados. How are we chopping the avocados? Just small chopped pieces.
yeah, we're going to do little, about like quarter-inch squares in the avocado and kind of, all right. So I'll start with about that, cut it in half or so. Make sure. All right. So we're going to start with that, you know. Put just a little more in. And then, so then we can do the, uh,
So Rebecca's complimenting my hair. What did you say? A heart shaped, wait a second, kind of a heart dog loving, even more elegant Cruella de Vil. I love it. Yes.
okay. Right. So, all right. Now, so basically, we're going to, okay, let's see, what can we do? I'm going to start with the onion and do,
So what's your favorite dish that you make, Douglas?
the favorite dish I make probably is pozole, which I don't make that often because you got to make it for it's sort of a big crowd dish. It's it's more of a holiday. It's more of a holiday dish, family get together. But I like it. I make a good pozole. I think also because it's just one of those things where you know it means family. It means holidays and just sort of fun and nice and get-togethers and
Right.
um,
And so what is the what's in that? What are the ingredients in?
pozole is uh, the it's the white corn. It's hominy.
Uh-huh.
It's basically think of it as a stew. It's a pork stew. That's a traditional one is pork with hominy and So, and the one there's red pozole, green pozole, and white pozole. But the one I make is the red, kind of the classic red pozole that's got red chilies in it. And the one that I do has got the chili ancho and the chili pasilla. Not super spicy, but a lot of flavor. Um, so let's set those aside. All
Well,
right. So
I love
about
unpickled chilies, Douglas.
okay. So the canned chilies, any kind of chili. You can use fresh chilies too. Um,
I did find a jar of and I'll just um
oh,
escabeche.
that's the one. You
Okay,
got the right one.
but here's the problem.
What's
There are no
that?
men home and I can't open it.
Okay. All right. Well,
So
but you did get the right
until my
one.
husband comes home, it will not have the chilies.
So, and kind of the chilies because they come in the like the pickling sauce. You can use that. It gives a little bit of flavor to the salad.
Okay.
Let's see. So we will.
Oh, I want to say hello to Carol Graham and Kita Neosha. Hi there, guys. So glad y'all are here. Did I pronounce that correctly, Ankita? Ankita? Glad y'all are
Uh,
joining. So,
I
those
think.
who have joined, I'm Jenn Sharp. I don't know a couple of the names. I'm Jenn Sharp, and I do Sharing Kitchens Live and bring Substack cooks together for all of us to enjoy. Douglas Cullen is with us today with Inspired by Mexico, and he's a legend. So he really needs no introduction, but
Um,
he's a Mexican.
that might be pushing it.
Oh,
Uh,
Douglas, don't be modest.
that I mean, I'd like to think I'd be a legend one day, but legend is probably hyperbolic.
We don't care about that
So,
here.
all right, well that's good. Then I can be a
Really.
legend. But otherwise, yes, that's pretty hyperbolic. I would classify myself as a reasonably good home cook.
Well, I mean, that's just you being modest. After all of these years, I know you're an amazing cook. I looked at some
So,
of your recipes. I went on to Mexican Food Journal and just, did a little research and looked at some of you and Andres's work, and it was great. Yeah, just beautiful stuff.
so,
Mexican is my favorite food. It just barely edges out Italian and French because I love those as well. But Mexican is my top. So in the comments, please let me know what your favorite type of food is.
no. So I'm trying to do this as quickly as possible.
No worries.
So we can get through this. But yeah, so I don't know if anybody has any questions for me as we're going.
Yeah.
About anything or feel free to ask questions. I prefer that people ask questions because I don't like talking into the void with
That is the thing with Substack, though. You kind of have to do that a little bit because there's just not that interaction. Like if you're doing a cooking class, which I know you're familiar with, you have
yeah.
some feedback. So here, the feedback is, the notes that we get on the screen, but sometimes we're kind of filling that in and trying to figure that out.
So if there are any questions, and I think you said Ankita was here. I think she's based in the UK actually.
Oh, okay, good deal.
Um, and she's got some pretty cool food writing. She's worth checking out.
Oh,
She's
absolutely.
got
I
some
love.
interesting Mexican stuff. Like some trips through Mexico and cooking in Mexico. That's definitely worth checking out.
Oh, great. I'm gonna do that. I love
So
this because I always get to be introduced to new people that I can go back and look at and follow, and it's always exciting. Um, Alex says, I'm cooking chili and making a cake tonight. We have a party tomorrow. Yes, my baby. Rebecca says, I love enchiladas, real red chili sauce, none of that tomato based. Oh, Alex says, I've gotten really into, is that birria tacos?
birria,
Bir-
Birria,
yes.
birria tacos.
Yes.
So
And
actually,
Christy Hogan, want to welcome you to the live.
all right. So hopefully everybody has their adult beverage with them, and
Did anybody make a cocktail to do this with us tonight? I know y'all probably didn't just have hibiscus simple syrup laying around, but did anybody make a cocktail? Betty, Rebecca, can I can I count on y'all to have made a cocktail or a glass of wine?
all right. Also, I am a very messy cook. And
No, you're not. That looks great.
so, all right, we got our stuff. Then we will set those aside. A little bit of parsley.
Um, Douglas, say the name of what
Yes.
was your favorite thing to cook. Rebecca was just asking. She might have missed that.
Pozole. Pozole. Pozole.
Pozole. Pozole.
And then,
Oh, Kate
so,
McDermott. We're so glad Kate's here.
all right. So we have a little bit of,
Rebecca says she loves pozole. Actually, she said she loves pothole, but I know that the phone is just autocorrecting that. So
yes. Uh, So, all right. Well, all right. So we are going to, we'll cut the avocado last.
okay,
And then, all right. So we're getting there. I think,
that's okay. You're good.
um, well, I don't want to bore everybody with chopping, 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 chopping. I feel like I want to put a little more lettuce in there. And then pretty quickly we'll start assembling.
It's actually very methodical and kind of meditative.
Ah, that sounds better than boring.
No, no, I really mean it because as everyone who knows me knows, I just talk. So it's kind of nice to have the quiet. But we want to know as much about you as you will share.
I don't know. You got to ask questions. I don't know what to. I mean, I have no formal cooking training. I'm sort of, if I can cook anything, it's basically self-taught. Um, all right, we'll start setting up. I'm gonna, we'll start kind of putting together. I've got about 4 ounces of queso fresco that I'm just gonna chop up here real quick. And then
So I saw the lime in the recipe. Is that to squeeze over the top?
that's to squeeze over the top and mix in. Put a little olive oil in there, and then
So for those who joined later, Douglas, inspired by Mexico, is here doing a salpicon, and we made a cocktail, which mine is almost gone, but basically equal parts Cointreau, lemon juice, vodka, and hibiscus simple syrup. Is that all? Yeah. And I don't really care for tequila and mezcal and that sort of flavor. So I did it with a vodka, or you could do it with a gin or a mezcal or tequila. So any of those would be delicious.
okay, so I'm going to. I don't. Can you see the bowl with the ingredients in it on the side, or do I
Little,
need to move the
little, you
frame?
might need to move that over. Yeah, you
Okay.
could move that over. There you go. Perfect.
All right. So I'm just gonna start putting this in here. Then we've got, all of our ingredients here. So the very last, we'll cut up the avocado and then mix them in, kind of break these up just a little bit. Um, any of this, nothing is really set in stone. If you love onion, you want more onion is delicious. If you don't like onion, it's not. This is good. I didn't do it this time, but it is good with a little bit of like really finely minced garlic. Just a bit of that is nice. Um, but I didn't do that for this time, so I'll put our tomatoes in here. All right, there's our tomatoes. Then we have. All right, we will need our limes. Here we will need. I'll put that in. Get all set up, and we'll work on our avocados. Okay, so let's see. Here are avocados. Mhm.
Okay, so this is mine. I just layered and I have not done the lime juice. I assume that's to keep the avocado from.
Lime juice basically with a little bit of olive oil and the lime juice, some salt. Also, oh, almost forgot to chop chilies. Yeah, let me do those real quick. So the chopped chilies, you can put as many of these or as little as you want. These are kind of nice, but if you can see that there's a little bit like the pickling juice,
Yeah.
that's you can sprinkle that into the salad to give it like a little extra flavor.
Yeah,
So that's really nice. So I'm just going to chop these up really quickly. If you want more kick, put more in. If you want less kick, then don't put so much in. And so these are kind of like when you mix them all in there, I would call it like medium hot. Oops.
gotcha. Getting
And
peppers, another attempt. Oh, my husband's pulling up in the drive. Good. He can open them for
there
me.
you go. You can open them. All right. So I'm gonna go.
All right. So I just want to show everybody how beautiful this is. Is this not gorgeous? I mean, imagine just serving that to your family or just having a couple of friends over and you have a couple cocktails and you make this gorgeous layered dish. It's beautiful.
Oh, also this is like the shredded beef I made in advance. Usually, if I'm going to do something like this, if I'm going to make shredded beef, I'm going to make a big, huge batch that will make 3 meals. Like it just,
Yeah.
it that if I'm going to cook something like that and it's going to take me a while, I like to have more on hand. Okay, so we got our chilies.
Want to say hello to Carolyn. Thank you for joining us. Andres says red pork pozole soup is my favorite Mexican dish, hands down. It's simple, earthy, rich, and satisfying. Pozole is pork or chicken. This recipe calls for pork and hominy, I'm sorry, and a mild spicy guajillo. Is that right? And
Guajillo.
unchipped broth garnish. I don't know. It's me.
Hmm.
I'm
Yeah.
reading.
Ah,
Hey,
okay.
you open these. I can't get them open.
So then I think I might know Carolyn. So, Carolyn, if you're there and say if I know you, then say, yeah, hi. Hope. And okay. So we have our ingredients here. Let's start with the avocados. We ready for avocados?
Yes, absolutely. I did mine already. I just did half as many. I can finish out the rest. Cheryl O'Connell, I want to say hello. Thank you so much for coming. Cheryl was on last with me on Sharing Kitchens Live. We had a blast after we finally got started, but she is such a talented cook. So check her out. Absolutely.
Okay. So let me get the pits out of these. Get the pit out.
It's a jar.
And
Those lessons. This is my handsome husband, Carter, and my son is calling me. There we go. See my handsome husband, Carter? Yes. We're
all right.
going as
So
Willie and Waylon tomorrow. I'm
Oh,
Waylon.
there you go. You're
Across.
Waylon.
I'm Waylon.
All right. Quick tip here for like your avocados. If you want to dice your avocados, you can just slice them right
Yeah,
like this,
that's what I
and
do.
then
Shout out and say if he meets me. He's probably just calling me because I'm in college now for eyes. And well, I'm going to see in case he needs me.
all right,
I locked them up because they were being
all
robbers.
right. So hopefully, everybody here isn't too bored yet, but hey, thanks.
Rebecca, he said, "Hey, baby." That was to you. That looks great, Douglas.
All right. So then last, we'll just score all these really quick.
Hey, Jeffrey. Jeffrey has joined us. Glad to have you.
All right. So I'm gonna take these, and we can just scoop them out. You should get a pretty nice looking
Gorgeous.
tube of avocado there. And so I don't know. Anybody have any questions so far on what we're doing or ideas, complaints?
Carolyn says, "Hi, it looks delicious. We'll have to try making it." Yeah,
There we go.
it's really easy and amazing. The skirt steak, Douglas. I wanted to
Hmm.
ask. I cooked mine. I kind of you had it just to put in there and boil. I browned mine off first and deglazed a little bit, and
Uh
then
huh.
put water in. Um,
Right.
is there a reason why you don't do that? Does it make it more tough? Because I'm afraid I overcooked it.
No, it's actually most like browning the meat and all of that and deglazing it. That's not really that common in Mexican cooking. A lot of things are just boiled meat. The meat is boiled,
Yeah.
and you do shredded
I
beef,
think
and
that probably was why it just wasn't, common part of the food culture.
yours will
But
be delicious without a doubt. Like so it's like, oh, you ruined it. You didn't ruin it. It'll be delicious. So what we're gonna do? Okay, basically that's all of our kind of ingredients in there. And then we are going to now is sort of we're going to put it all together. And so let me get that, bring that in. You see that well?
yeah,
So we can assemble, do the final assembly of this. I'm just going to we're going to adjust this as we want, but a little bit of olive oil. I don't know, maybe quarter cup, something like that. And so I'm going to put some olive oil on it. I'm going to put some salt, and we'll mix it up, and we'll probably do a little bit more of each. But let's kind of hit it with a little sea salt. And then, so now we're going to take the lime juice and hit it with the juice of the three lime. And I knew what I forgot. I forgot something because the trick with the limes, if you want to squeeze them better, you just grab a fork and you can twist them, and that's the way to get all the juice out of limes. So I knew I forgot to bring something out here. But so you can do the
So Rebecca says, "Give me some ideas for how you might shake things up and use this concept with different ingredients." Have you done this concept with different ingredients?
um pretty much. I mean, you can do it with beef, you can do it with chicken. I've seen there's like a fish salpicon. Like so it's pretty adaptable, but definitely it'll work with chicken. Oh, and we're gonna serve it like for today, we're gonna serve it. You can serve it like a side salad. We're gonna put it on a tostada. Forgot to tell you that part. And so, but so if you, yeah, I just don't
You
have a lot of juice in them. Okay, so yeah, so you can do this with chicken. Works really well. And I mean, kind of really good as it is. Like, but kind of
Look
anything
how
that you
pretty this is. I just don't even wanna, like, mix it up and eat it. It's so pretty.
all right, so this should do it. And
Andres says, "Rebecca, you can do it even with tuna fish." Interesting. That's awesome. I love to.
yeah, this would be amazing with tuna, actually. So think of it as sort of a spicy. I'm going to add just to kind of spice it up just a little bit. I'm going to put a little bit of the pickling liquid in there to add a little bit to it. Not a whole lot, just a little bit. All right, here. So this is the moment of truth. We are going to then kind of do this fancy, but
Gorgeous.
all right. So we got. I'm gonna have another bowl we can serve it in to make it look
I
nice.
probably yeah, I need to mix this up, but it's so pretty. I just don't want to, but I'm going to. I'm going to do it. Okay.
So let me. All right. Now I probably you can add a little pepper to this if you want. I'm gonna put a little bit more salt in it. Now we mix it up and give it another mix.
Gorgeous.
All right.
Yes.
All right. So there is your. That's basically what it would look like. So let me give it a quick taste test and
Oh,
then
yeah.
see if we need to do something to it. Okay. Needs a little more salt, and it can actually use a little more chili.
Mm. Oh my god. So good. Where is my fork?
Put a little more salt in it. Okay, so give it one more, mix it up. All right, I think that's about as good as it's going to look in this bowl. I'm going to transfer it to another bowl, make it look fancy, then we can serve it. All right, I don't know. Any questions as we kind of put this together?
I
And
don't
if
think
you
so.
want,
Hot
okay,
though.
so if you were going to serve this and like at a party or whatever, or like this is sort of I don't find that this is a dish that I want to make just for like one or two people. This is sort of like a big get together dish.
Yeah.
They
But it's so simple. You could seriously just make this, just like it's dinner tonight for me and Carter.
right,
It's a
and
home cooked
so
meal once every 2 weeks.
once every 2 weeks, and it'll stay all right in the fridge for a day or so. Much more than that's not like, but
Yeah. The
it'll
lettuce.
hold for tomorrow. So the lettuce and the avocado and everything.
Yeah.
All right, so now we are going to serve it. If you can see these, we're going to serve it on tostadas. Right. But if you can find, I got two brands. Both of these I got in the States, but they're Mexican and they're dehydrated tostadas, which I kind of like. It's a little different than sort of like your regular sort of like tortilla chip or corn chip tostadas. So
Right.
we're gonna take those and let's go. Okay,
Carolyn
so
says, amazing how simple ingredients make a great dish. You're right, Carolyn. That's so true.
so all right. That's get a plate here. And all we're gonna do, so like if you were having to get together and you wanted to serve these, this is how I'd serve it. You take your plate, you grab a tostada, uh, take a tostada, set it on plate here. Now, let me see if I'm good. Okay. So, I didn't. I was going to show you that once you put it in another bowl, looks a lot nicer to serve than the bowl you mix it in.
Yeah,
So we have that, and then all we do to serve it is we just take a little bit of it and build yourself a tostada.
that is gorgeous. That's what we'll be
And
doing
that's
with mine.
that is it.
Awesome. Thank you
That
so
is
terrific.
the salpicón de res or the cheddar beef salad.
This is awesome. Yeah,
Yeah. So you can see that well?
beautiful. That is perfect.
Okay.
Thank you
All right.
so
So
much.
last, there, I'm gonna bring it up. And I'm back.
Awesome. Thank you so much for joining us tonight. It was amazing. This dish is
So
delicious. I can't wait to eat it, and
hopefully everybody liked it.
I'm sure everybody's gonna try this out. And
Okay.
I wanna say thanks to everybody. Thank you, of course, Douglas, for being here with
Oh,
us.
thanks.
Appreciate it. And to everyone out there, y'all know that this is, my effort to bring us all together, with a common love and a common thought, and to be able to showcase these amazing cooks that we have on Substack because we have some fabulous people just like, Douglas. Bill Whitney's just joined us. Bill, I'm sorry we're coming to the end, but we've made an amazing salpicon.
There you
Delicious
go. So for if you
and
just joined us late, that was sort of our final product.
yes, beautiful,
So
beautiful. So I wanna say
yeah.
thanks to everybody
Oh,
for being
so
with us.
yes, thanks for joining us. It was fun. I like to do these. I like to cook. I like to talk. And and that's it. So yeah, and you can I mean we're on Substack and it's inspired by Mexico. And if you want to shoot me questions and I'll answer any questions. If you have a question about this or something else when it comes to Mexican cooking, I'll do my best to answer. I
Great.
know quite a bit, but not everything.
Yeah,
Not even
well
close, actually, but I do quite a bit.
Well, thank you. I know, and anyone who needs anything from me who has any questions about Sharon Kitchens Live, I have Sharon Kitchens Live and Ruin Shoe Entertaining. Feel free to reach out anytime. We also have our Food Writers Retreat. I think we have one bed left. So if anyone is interested in that, just send me a message and I will get you hooked up. Thanks so much, guys, for being here. Thanks, Douglas, again.
Thank you.
We'll see y'all next time. Bye.
All right. Have a good one, everybody. See you later.